4 o'clock in the morning. We're heading out to the airport.
Hello friends, good morning. Today is day one of what could be 9 days of Mark, Hunter, and Bennett being on a moose hunt. They left at 4 a.m. this morning to take an Alaska Airlines flight to Bethel, Alaska, and then they're taking some sort of small airplane from there out into the bush of Alaska, hopefully to come home with 2 moose. Yes, 2 moose this year. Hunter and Bennett hope to both get a moose, and we will also be sharing the meat with Mark's parents. I'm going to bring you along for these 9 days here at home to show you kind of what's going on here at the house. Not sure where this week will take us. If you missed our recent video, we are homeschooling. That is why the older boys are able to go on this moose hunt without really any repercussions through school. And the younger boys, Violet and I, will be doing school here at the house and other activities throughout the next 9 days. We'll bring you along. Right now, I'm getting ready for the day and making my bed. Oh, Mark has put so much time into prepping for this moose hunt to make it successful for him and the boys that I'm just relieved that they are on their trip now, because there were just so many logistics to line up and everything from like flight schedules to shipping stuff. It was a lot. This is a very different hunt than they've ever done. He's not using his own airplane. Anyways, hunting is hard. I've been on several moose hunts myself, and there are a few hunts in Alaska where you can like drive up or ride a 4-wheeler, but most of them, the majority of the moose hunts are very difficult. And moose are big animals, so it's a lot of hard work. And it's a lot of hard work here at home. Hopefully we'll get to see a little bit of Bethel with Mark. He's going to try and take some video of Bethel for us and what it's like to live out there, but we're just going to keep our day going. I do want to try and get to the gym this morning at some point, just so that I have a little bit of time to move my body and just have a little bit of quiet time for myself. I feel like that might be my way of getting some quiet time over the next 9 days. So let's get going. All right, I have a load of laundry that needs to be sorted. So let's chat about hunting a little bit. I grew up in Texas, in a suburb of Houston, and did not come from a hunting family. We didn't even really go camping or anything when we lived in Texas. When I was 14, my family moved to Alaska because my dad got a job here with FedEx. He wanted a manager job. Oh, hold on, Violet's coming. Hi, sweetheart. Hello. Wanna come say hi? Yes. Say hello. We're doing laundry. Hi. You gonna come help me? Yeah. Okay. You can go through the jewelry. Oh, what you doing? Wow, I didn't know you could get up on the bed. Look at you, big girl. I climbed up. I guess I said we were gonna do laundry. She's ready to help. Okay, that's actually dirty laundry. I'm just using that to hold my camera. What's that? That's a sock. Do you wear socks? Yeah. Where do you put socks? Oh gosh, don't fall off the bed. Where do you put socks? On your feet. Good job. Yep, that's where you wear socks. Oh. Well, I thought we were going to have a talk. Violet is now putting all my clean clothes back in the basket. You're such a good helper. Thank you. Yeah? Hi. Hi. I have to keep shutting the door because Everett is listening to an audiobook out there, and we can't have that in the background. So, like I was saying, we moved here when I was 14 from Texas. My dad and I did enjoy camping a lot when we moved here. Sorry, Violet is moving the camera. She thinks she's so funny. She is so funny. So helpful. Thank you. Want some more? Here. So we quickly fell in love with Alaska, started mountain biking, fishing, and camping. But we still never did any hunting. When I met Mark, I was in college, and we moved back to Alaska right after graduation and as a married couple, and hunting quickly became part of our lives. His dad had an airplane. We started moose hunting, or helping with his parents' moose hunts at first. I remember they called me. Mark was out of town, which he often was when we first got married. He was an auditor, so he would travel all around the state of Alaska, so he was often out of town. And his parents called me and said, "We got a moose, come help us butcher it." And I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I went over and I helped. I don't know how much help I actually was. It was all very new to me. But that was my introduction into hunting. I believe they gave us some moose meat that year, so I started to learn how to cook with moose meat. Now, I will admit, when Mark started doing his own hunting, I didn't always love it, especially when I had little kids. I felt like it was a lot for him to go out for that many days, and then it was a lot of work because we process our own meat. I'm like, it was a lot of work when we got home. She has pretty much put every piece of clothing back in the basket. I really thought this was going to be a little bit easier of a chat, but that's okay. You looking for more stuff? Oh, that one already is on a hanger. Oh, you're going to put it in there with the hanger? Okay. Violet, what is this? What is this?
Hat.
Hat. Good job. Are you Mama's big helper?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's actually get these clothes put away, and then I'll go get you dressed for the day.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Oh, this feels so funny because she's like undoing everything that I've done. I'm not sure how to proceed or if this is even going to happen right now. Anyways, I did find myself a little bit unhappy with the hunting. Wow. For a little while. And then I was like, Lauren, this is your life. Like, you signed up for this. Marrying Mark was like getting a master's degree in living in Alaska. Like, I thought that I knew how amazing it could be, but it was a learning curve to hunting and processing our own food and all that stuff. And I have learned to love it. I love when Mark brings home meat to fill the freezer. It is a very tiring process getting all the meat taken care of, but I have learned to love it. And I'm very, very grateful for the opportunity to do it. I do have a whole video explaining the whole hunting process, like how you get permits and things like that. So I'm not going to explain that here. If you want to know, I feel like I did a pretty good job of explaining it, and I will link that video. Oh, Violet found a treat. Maybe that will keep her busy while I put this laundry away. Okay, if you're going to eat those, we got to get you in your high chair. Okay? One of our viewers sent the boys the most amazing box of treats. Some of them are already gone, but all these Stroop waffles, they've been loving those. Mark took a bunch with them on the hunt. Tim Tams from Australia. There's a whole box of, oh, Mark must have taken the box of just like little snacky treats like Oreos. That's where Violet got that one. Violet's going to have a little treat out here and listen to the audiobook with Everett in her high chair. Whoops! There we go. So thank you, Casey, for these treats. The kids have just loved them. We picked them up on the way home from the gym, and we were all really hungry, and they opened it, and it was like they all picked a snack and had something to eat on the way home, which was exciting. Okay, we have 2 Oreos worth of time to get the stuff folded and put away. Anyways, so hunting has not always been a part of my life, and there were times I struggled with it. I also went through a period of time where I planned really, really big projects while Mark was out of town. I think it was kind of my coping mechanism. Like, I would do entire room projects, and I'm not against doing that, but I did find that I was often way too tired when he got back, and sometimes the house would still be a wreck. So now I more try and just keep things flowing at home and kind of rest up myself a bit if I can, so that when he gets back with the meat, then we're ready to do the processing, because that is another big job after the hunt. I think maybe where my mindset shifted was when Mark took me hunting several times. And they were not easy hunts. Like 3 days of hauling moose meat in the rain up a mountain and then like just being exhausted. And so I think I realized how much work he was putting in out there in the field. I always knew, but experiencing it myself, I think maybe was a turning point for me. I have asked him not to put me in for any hunts the last couple of years, just because things have been pretty, I was pregnant and then the twins and having a newborn. I would like to get back into hunting again one day, but I'm actually really, really happy that our boys are getting to experience this. I know it's going to be hard work. I know it's going to be rewarding. It is getting very cold and there's just going to be a lot of work involved. And I think that's good for teenage boys to experience that. So that's where we're at. I'm grateful. I know hunting is not for everybody, but it has become our way of life. It's always been Mark's way of life. They have gotten a moose pretty much every year for like 25 years, other than when his parents were on their mission. His mom just got a knee replacement, so they will not be hunting this year. So that's one of the reasons why 2 moose would be really good. And the goal is always to be down to the end of your meat by the time moose hunting season rolls around. And we are there. I think we have 3 packages of hamburger left. And Bennett just found a stash of steak. So I think we have like 7 packages of steak left, which we thought we had 0 steak left. So that's what we'll be eating now. And then hopefully in the next 2 weeks, our freezer will be full again. All right, I got all the clothes sorted. Now I'm going to speed through putting them away so I can get out there with my kids and get our day going. Hello, Miss Luna. I knew I heard you. I think you were hiding under the bed. It's good to see you. Okay, one of the last packages of moose burger, getting it out for dinner. I don't know if this is true for anybody else, but this is the hardest part of dinner for me, getting out the meat in the morning. As long as I've done that and something is thawing, dinner is a breeze. If I forget to get something out, I do not like thawing things in the microwave. So I struggle if I forget to get something out. It's not impossible, still happens, but this is when dinner prep really happens. And Violet just found ice cream and thinks she needs that now. We'll save that for after dinner, okay? Okay, time to get you dressed. Let's go. Where are your clothes? Where are Violet's clothes? In your room. Let's go in your room.
I don't think we're getting there now. Oh, it looks very flat.
Yeah, it's so flat.
It was small. Try that guy's backpack water bottle.
Welcome to the bush, boys. Well, we've made it to Bethel, Alaska. This is a regional hub about 400 miles west of Anchorage. And we're gonna take a bush flight out to where we're gonna be hunting here in a bit. But we've got a couple hours, so we're gonna go explore the town and see what we can see.
Violet, you look cute.
Cute.
You're cute.
Cute.
Yeah.
Cute. Oh.
Did you want to read a book?
Yeah.
You love books, huh? Hi, there you are. Peekaboo.
Baby.
A baby bear, yeah.
Mom.
Okay, boys have gotten started on their schooling, so Violet and I are going to read some books. Okay, what other book do you want? Can you get another book? This one? Okay. Oh, I see one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1 is good for a quiet walk. 2 is right for a quiet talk. 5 works well for a car ride in the car, as long as the car ride isn't too far. Uh-oh, the baby's crying. Kisses come from the way your eyes shine, like 2 suns when you open them in the morning. That's magnetism.
Yeah. So I think like as the hairs, the balloon, it pulls it up like the magnet pulls up the screws.
Yeah, similar.
But I don't know how these two.
Okay, let's look. All right, just got the text that you want to get. They made it safely to Bethel. That's always good. Step 1 of their journey is complete. One, 2, 3, 4. I have to show Violet was playing with this beautiful crocheted blanket. This also recently arrived from one of our amazing viewers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't always get to open boxes on camera, but when I see things around that we're using and they came from a viewer, I just like to say thank you. I do send thank you cards, but I don't always get to open things on camera. But have you ever seen such a beautiful crocheted blanket? Well, we've received several beautiful crocheted blankets, but this is the latest one, and it just has so many details to it. The kindest card came with it about Violet and her sister Maggie, so very, very touching. And Violet is loving it. You like your blankie? Ah. She loves blankets. She's got a whole basket of them. Gotta put these away. She just brought them to me and said, cute. What are these? Are these cute?
Yes, cute.
Cute, huh? We must say cute around her a lot because that's been her word this last week. Is that so silly? Is that so silly? You're cute, huh? You're so cute. Hey, gotta go help brother. Cute, baby.
So Bethel is a regional hub, and it has about 5,000 to 6,000 people that live here. And we just called a cab. We're gonna see if we can get a ride into town and go check it out. I used to work here in Bethel quite a bit with my previous job, and Bethel is in the biblical sense, means house of God, or like holy house. And so it was Bethel, the town, was actually founded by some Moravian missionaries a long time ago that came up the Kuskokwim River and kind of established a church here. And then it's grown ever since, and that was over 100 years ago. Everything comes on a barge. Okay. So we arrived here at the main grocery store here in town called the AC Alaska Commercial. And this is such a unique store. You can get about anything here that you need, but everything has been shipped up on a barge across the Bering Sea, then up the rivers. And so we're gonna go see, we may get some lunch here for the kids too, for taking on a trip.
They should start doing that though. Yeah.
Yeah, oh it is.
Kind of lost.
You're gonna see everything costs a lot out here. It is not cheap. Let's go check out the dairy. Yeah. It is just so hard to get out here that the prices are very high. This is a staple. They eat a lot of canned meat and stuff out here. This is their Costco section right here. Holy smoke.
Oh my goodness. That hospital.
$27 for a steak. Yeah. Well, boys, this like hopefully it's kind of humble you. It is so hard to live out in the bush for these people that live here. Like, this is just crazy. You think one of these.
That'll go away in 10 minutes from now.
I know. Like, our kids would drink 2 of these easy. See, a lot of it has to do with weight too. The heavier a thing is, the more expensive it is to get out here. How much do you think?
Oh, half price.
Oh my goodness.
$12.99.
for a gallon. And for a dozen eggs. Yeah, it's really humbling what the people pay living out here. You think like what is expensive in the town where we live, and so much more. It is nice for ice cream, but still, see our ice cream? It's like $8 or something for ours. Yeah.
Did I make that here?
No, it's shipped in. Everything's shipped in. How much per pound of cheese? Oh my goodness. $37.99. Wow, for 5 pounds of cheese. Wow. Chicken wings, 10 pounds.
I think people buy them.
I don't know. They do. It'd be interesting. So, isn't
I'll
it just
talk
like,
monkey,
isn't it kind of like a gut punch to see this? Yeah, like it is. These people, a lot of them, really good people, just, it's hard to live out here. Got a little electronics section. Yeah. Where? So right here they have Starlink. These are satellite internet. Starlink, you can set it up and get pretty much broadband speed anywhere. So this is pretty amazing for the bush out here. It's been a real game changer for the people that I know that live out in the bush. You can have high-speed internet for about $100 a month, and it just really revolutionized connectivity. Produce looks good. It smells good. How much is that a pound? Oh man, that's $6 a pound. It shows you can have great food here. You just have to pay an arm and a leg for it. It's hard. Yeah, I mean they have all kinds of great stuff here, but
It's nice in here.
oh yeah, it's really nice. They do such a nice job in this store. 3 pounds of apples. So out in these bush communities, it's super important for them to have subsistence hunting and fishing and gathering because of the high price of all this stuff. And so it plays a really big role in the lives of the people living out here, going out and harvesting stuff, whatever they can. So it looks like we just entered like a home hardware appliance section.
Oh, vinyl harness.
What are you looking at?
Huh?
A toy?
Why?
I know. Why is it so much? Crazy. Oh, ice fishing stuff. Sleds. It's getting to be that time of year.
I don't know. We had that stuff in the front. Yeah.
So since this is a hub, just imagine like a wheel and spokes. A lot of people from all these villages, there's about 40 of them, that come into Bethel and get supplies and just get there's everything they need for whatever living.
Whoa.
Yeah. Up here we have a whole department store closed.
Nice stuff.
Yeah.
Some North Face waffle weave for $70.
They know
Cover it.
this company. They know Alaska, so they buy stuff that Alaskans need. That's why they got the good Carhartt, North Face, Healy Hansen.
It's a big store.
Yeah.
Does this company have more?
Yeah, they have like 20 or 30 of these stores around Alaska. That's funny. This whole area is just built on sand. And so all these houses are built on pilings, and they jack them up and adjust them each year to make sure they're level. And behind us you can see they have, like, this is a regular house. They got a boat, a couple snowmobiles, and boats, because these villages are just about like an island sometimes, because that's how the people feel like. In the winter, they can get all around on the snowmobiles. In the summer, they can go on the boats, but they're kind of stuck, you know, otherwise, unless for air traffic. So looking around, we can see on the roof, they have a Starlink there, another one, and a Starlink over there. All of these are satellite internet things. It's the company run by Elon Musk to get that satellite internet. It's pretty amazing. It is just revolutionary for this whole area, because before they hardly had any connectivity, and then just a couple years ago it just completely changed. So out here in these communities all around, they have these pipes like this, corrugated steel, and what these are insulated water and sewer lines, because the ground moves so much and it's frozen, it's permafrost, that they can't have them in the ground because the pipes would be moving and breaking, and so it all runs above ground. And you see these all over town with sewer.
You said
somehow they keep them from freezing. So this trick right here is delivering water. Out here, a lot of the homes don't have city water, and so they have tanks in their house, like 500-gallon tanks, and they fill them up once a week or whenever they need it. And it's actually a pretty expensive, one of the expensive utility living out here. Some of the people I knew that lived out here, they would, they would take a shower and save all the water, and then use those water to flush their toilet and things like that to try and conserve water. Well, we've got a couple things for lunch for us. Well, it was 50 bucks for a Gatorade, a couple ready-to-eat hamburgers, and that lunch for Hunter. So, yikes. Time to head back to the airport to catch our flight out. Yeah, they're all on piling. Huh? 8 per person. Yeah.
It seems like a lot.
It does seem like a lot, but what are we gonna do? So this is $50. And actually it's more like $100 meal, because it was $25 each way.
Bacon cheeseburger.
Yeah, that's a $100 meal. Here we're eating our $100 hamburgers that are ice cold.
It is 10:30. The boys have gotten a good chunk of schoolwork done this morning. Done some tidying, cleaning. Time to go to the gym. Move my body. I don't get to the gym every day. Our goal is 3 times a week. So today is the day. All right, friends, we did lunch, nap time, school time after we went to the gym. And now it's about time to start heading to cross-country running for the evening. But Violet just woke up. Her favorite thing to do right now is to look through my jewelry. Violet, what'd you find? Yeah? Come show us in the mirror.
Wow.
Wow, 2 little rings. Uh-oh. And she likes to look at herself in the mirror. Here's her stash of jewelry. Cute. Uh-oh. So as cute as she is with my jewelry, I will be moving my jewelry. I've kept it there for years. I will be moving it when she goes to bed tonight, because I'm afraid things are gonna, I just got caught in the curtains. I am afraid that things will start to go missing, just like my AirPod this morning. I have not found that, but luckily I had backup headphones for the gym. Anyways, her favorite little activity. I'm okay if I'm watching her. It's just if I'm not around, things are gonna go missing. Okay, we gotta go take brothers to running. I guess just one brother right now, because Bennett's gone. Okay. Bye, Westy.
Bye. Love you.
Love you too.
Oh, loves. I
Violet
love you,
gets sad
Violet.
when we drop off
I'm
brothers.
sorry, I have to leave. Bye. Bye, Violet.
Bye, Westy. Beautiful fall colors coming in though. The trees. I'm so glad he loves running. This is Weston's first year doing it and just wasn't sure, but he's doing amazing and he loves it. So that's a win. Again. Itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sunshine and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Yay! We can see her in her little mirror. She's doing the little hands. Mom's coming. Mom's coming. Mom's coming. Oh. Hi. You said, okay, okay. Okay, I gotta unbuckle you. Okay. Become one of my favorite things. Mom, I'm coming. Okay. Mom, I'm coming. Okay. Mama's got you. Oh, my drink? You need some drink?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll share it with you. But I don't have two hands right now to open it. Oh, maybe I can't. Oh, there we go. Sharing is caring. Wow, you are a thirsty girl. Good job. Whew. Okay, let's go inside. Been trying to get to a shower all day. Gonna sneak one in while Everett and Violet are watching a little show.
Well, we got about an hour and a half till our flight, but I found that I'm just kind of anxious. Boys are in there waiting at the terminal, but yeah, I just feeling kind of anxious about getting out on the hunt. This is new. Never been out to this area. I've got the two kids and just trying to keep everything safe and really hoping all of our gear makes it out with us. So all right, we're loading up for the flight out to the village. I see some bags.
What do we do with our
Just hold it in your lap. Now I just really hope our gear made it. Let's go see. Oh, I'm so excited. We made it. We made it.
All right, it's around 5 o'clock. About to start dinner. Checked on the kids. Oh, this is the time of the day where I'm like, oh, I'm ready for an update from Mark. The last update I got was that they got on their small bush plane to go out to where they are hunting. And then from here on out, we will just be communicating by InReach, which is a satellite by Garmin. You can send little messages back and forth. Because they don't have like anywhere to plug things in though, he will be turning on and off his Garmin and only turning it on at certain points in the day. Otherwise, he would not have enough battery. He has some backup batteries, but he needs to make them last for the 8 days. So this is the point where we go long periods of time without hearing anything, but hopefully they arrived and all their stuff arrived. When I talked to him at the gym, he said they're not sure they're gonna get all our stuff on the plane, which would be a problem because they're planning on getting to camp, getting in a boat, going out for who knows how long and far, and then setting up camp. They are not camping where they're landing. So it's all tricky. It's all very tricky, but fingers crossed their stuff arrived, they arrived, and they can get their hunt underway. I'm gonna get my hair dry and make dinner. And while I'm making dinner, that's almost gone. I'll talk to you a little bit about moose meat and why we love it so much. Ooh, that was like supposed to be moose and it was just thick. See you in a few minutes after this is tamed. All right, this is gonna have to do. It'll finish drying itself while I make dinner. Dinner's not gonna make itself. I overheated in my sweatshirt. I've been freezing cold all day. Finally warmed myself up with a shower. I'll put my sweatshirt back on when I cool off, but let's go make dinner.
That one. Yeah.
We made a deal with a friend we made here, and he's gonna let us use his truck to haul our stuff down to the river, but we just gotta fill it up. And guess what the price is? $8.86 a gallon. What? Well, we're getting cold going down the river, so we've pulled over to the side. Gonna go for a little walk, see if we see anything, and stretch our legs.
All right, I've got my moose meat here. It's been thawing out today. I pretty much get asked in the comments every time I make something with moose meat, what does it taste like? To me, it tastes like really good, lean ground beef, or just beef in general. Moose are very lean animals, and they do not have the fat content that a cow does. So you do see it does have some marbling in it. We do not add any fat to our meat. This is just plain ground beef. It is ground moose. It has nothing added to it. Sometimes we'll make Italian sausage and add some pork and fat into it and a bunch of spices, or we'll make some different like sausages, like summer sausages that have a lot of things added in, but this ground moose meat is just plain moose. It cooks up beautifully. Once I had a moose hamburger, it's really hard for me to eat a hamburger anywhere else because they're just so good. Now we do have to add things into our meat to make them stick together. So if we're making meatballs or we're making hamburgers, we need to add some coconut oil or eggs or breadcrumbs or something to help it stick because it has so little fat. You need something to help bind it together. So when Mark and I got married and moved back up to Alaska, I had never eaten any sort of game meat. I had never processed any, and I had never cooked with moose meat or any sort of game meat. So there was a learning curve for me on how to cook with this type of meat. And really there was just a learning curve for me to learn how to cook in general. I liked to bake growing up, but I did not have a ton of experience cooking. And pretty much most of my experience was with like frozen chicken breasts. So my kids are much further along in learning how to cook than I was when I was at their age. But Mark's mom taught him how to cook at a young age. And so that was something he talked about a lot when we were newlyweds, about learning how to cook when he was in elementary school and being in charge of dinner one night a week, and that he had to have a protein, a vegetable, a salad, and a starch. And so that is kind of the basis that we have used to teach our kids how to cook.
The first time I cooked moose meat was when I was like 5 or 6.
Or 4.
No, not 4.
You probably helped when you were 4.
When I almost cooked it by myself.
Gotcha. Yep, you're right.
I was like,
So pretty much he's trying to tell you that he can already cook better than I could. And he likes to watch cooking videos, so I joke with him that he's going to be a better chef than I am pretty soon here. Are you playing in there? Oh, did you find the plastic spoons? Oh, man. Somebody's making a mess.
oh no. No. Bye.
She knew she was being naughty, so she like came out, was like, bye mom, and was trying to shut the door. She just said it again, bye mom. And then close the door. So we do most of the processing of the meat ourselves. There were a few times earlier in our marriage where we would take like 50 or 60 pounds and take it to be made into sausage or into meat sticks or something like that. We tend to do all that ourselves now because we just like knowing what's going into it, and we can. So we typically do those kind of projects a little later in the winter when we have a little bit more time. We'll just freeze some meat to can, we'll freeze some meat to make into sausage, and then do it later in the winter because once we get the moose, we really just only have a few days to get it all processed and put into the freezer.
Mom, this guava jam is good. Casey, thank you for sending that box.
Another thing that helped me on my cooking journey as a newlywed was Mark's mom is an amazing cook and baker. And so I got inspiration from her as I started my journey of learning how to cook with game meat. Okay. And then Mark's dad once said to me when we were first married, anything you can make with chicken, you can make with halibut, and anything you can make with beef, you can make with moose meat. And so I've tried to live by that. We do eat chicken every once in a while, but not very often. Like chicken nuggets and a Costco chicken, but not many chicken breasts unless we're doing like a freezer meal.
Meanwhile, we're cooking. Violet's been making a huge mess.
Violet really likes to help unload the dishwasher.
1 second.
Yeah, I'll take those. Thank you. Okay, it goes over there in the cabinet.
Violet.
You can put that one away. Once they're older. All right, my alarm's going off.
No!
It's okay.
No!
This is usually when I hand the baton off to Mark to finish dinner. The pasta's done. The stove is turned off. We'll eat when we get back, but we gotta go get Weston. Come on, Ev. All right, made it back. Time for dinner. We're going for easy vegetable tonight. Our favorite cuts of meat, we like to make a lot of hamburger, to make spaghetti, tacos, hamburgers, things like that. Stroganoff. We like a lot of steak, to have stir fries or just steak and potatoes. We like flank steak. There's not a lot of that on one moose, but we save that, we pound it, put a lot of good seasonings on it, a marinade. We like a lot of roasts, as many roasts as we can get, for things like dry roast where you just cook it on the Traeger, or things like Mississippi mud roast where it cooks for a long time and you shred it, or shredded tacos. My kid's favorite is just having like a moose roast with pepperoncinis, and then the next day we'll have it with barbecue sauce. So when we're processing meat, that is kind of our goal, is to get those things. And then, like I said, later we'll make some like meat sticks and Italian sausage. We also like to can a bunch of meat that we can just add to soups and stews and things like that. So pasta, green beans, carrots, dinner is served. You excited? That looks like a yummy meal. Ready for an ice cream cone? So when it comes to game meat, I feel like for me there's kind of a hierarchy. Moose meat is my absolute favorite. Then I really like duck. And then as far as like bigger animals, caribou can be really good, but it is one of my least favorite meats because it can be also very, very gamey. Deer is on my top. I kind of skipped that one. That would probably be behind moose. We have Sitka black-tailed deer in Alaska on several islands, and the meat is really, really good. I've heard compared to like a mule deer that eats sagebrush, Sitka black-tailed deer taste a lot better. I do not have experience with elk. We do have some Roosevelt elk in Alaska, but they are transplanted here and they are on some islands, but we have never gotten an elk. Sheep and goat, again, we've had really good ones. They can also be very gamey, so not my favorite, but if I had to choose, halibut, salmon, and moose meat are what I prefer to have stocked up in our freezer.
And berries. And berries.
And berries, yep. The boys added, and raspberries and blueberries. You want to take a bath?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yay! Bath time!
The rain really started picking up here, and we've come up to a side slough where we're hoping to make a camp, and hopefully it'll stop raining a bit so we can get unloaded. There's just, everything is so wet around here. We're trying to find a spot that's good. Things are looking up. We're hungry. We've been going at this for 14 hours or so since we got here, or since we left home. But we got the tent up, the rain stopped, and we're gonna get some food cooking. Here's our camp. We got our boat down there unloaded, tied off for the night, and we've carved out of the alders over here, found a dry spot, and have a tent set up. All of our boots. We are tired and probably just gonna call it a night. Try and get some rest. Change of plans. We just heard a bull pretty close to camp making noise, so we're gonna go see if we can see it. We can hear a bull coming in. Cool. What's going on? There's a moose. Rubbing its antlers. We can hear a moose over here responding to our calls. We're right next to our camp. Just heard that. We can't tell if it's coming in or just. And we've heard 2 or 3 different moose. Bull. Pretty sweet. There's another bull. That's another spot. So we have multiple bulls.
Okay, 7:30. Still haven't heard from Dad.
Favorite color.
But we're
red.
reading
Favorite
books.
toy, Snoop.
This little girl would read books 100 times a day if we have time. She loves
Favorite
books.
fruit.
All right, friends, it is about 9:15 at night. I just got the boys in bed, Violet's in bed. I was getting worried about Mark and the boys, and then I sat down to rock Violet for a few minutes before she went to bed, and I realized at 8:30 I had gotten a message from Mark, but Weston was looking at my phone at that time, and he didn't realize what the Garmin, that's the name, it says Garmin, so he thought it was just some random message from somebody we didn't know, so he just ignored it. And I'm like, Weston, I was so worried. And then I sat down to rock Violet and I finally looked at my phone, and the message was that they had gone 10 miles down the river. They were exhausted, but they are fine and camp is set up. So that's always what you want to hear, that everything's okay, even if they're tired. I am tired. I was hoping to finally get some work done now that the kids are in bed, but I think I might need to go to bed myself. I'm not sure what I ended up saying this morning when I was doing my laundry. I was thinking about that later. I thought Violet was being so darn cute, but I had an idea about what I was going to say, and I'm not sure I got it out. So really what I was just trying to say was that I didn't grow up hunting, and I wasn't always sure that I loved this aspect of our lives. And there was some point where I was actually just kind of not very helpful and supportive of it. And then I realized, like, this is my life. I need to be all in because I'm either going to be like a part of the team or I'm going to be miserable every year because this is not going away. And it wasn't that I didn't like hunting. I didn't like the meat. I must have felt overwhelmed at that point in my life. But I am grateful that I had the mentality of like, my thoughts matter and what I'm thinking about this matters. And I can tell you now, I enjoy this process. It is still quite exhausting to be home while Mark goes out with the kids. This hunting trip feels different. I'm used to having at least one of the older boys left back. This kind of reminds me a little bit more of when I was home younger with younger kids. The boys are very helpful, but it's just they need a lot of attention all day long. So anyways, I'm grateful for our life that we've built. I'm grateful that we can harvest our own food and we get opportunities to do this. I know it's not for everybody, but it's a huge blessing in our lives and just part of who we are and part of our family culture. So thanks for coming along and spending time with me here these next couple days as they are out on their moose hunt. We will see what happens and when or if they get a moose or two moose. Oh, Miss Luna's coming to say goodnight. You need to say goodnight too? Yeah? Come to say goodnight? She's like, you can't talk to your camera without me coming and being part of it. We're so grateful for each and every one of you that spends time with us. And we'll see you again real soon for more of This Alaska Life. Yeah, you're going to say goodbye? We didn't get Violet saying goodbye, so we're going to get goodbyes from Luna. Yep. You ready to go cuddle? You going to be my cuddle buddy tonight?
Well, what an exciting night. Nothing came in, but we could hear multiple bulls, and so I think we came to a good spot. We're going to go to bed and wake up in the morning and see if we can find any of those bulls that we heard. So, see ya.